Okay, so now this is for those of us that are in the MOONACADE community. Understand that a lot is happening, changes here and there, developments, improvements. And one trend that is happening right now that we're seeing in the community is that, people tend to find other things that they want to do. And then when they get there, what they do is that they come back and they try to also get other people or talk to you to get you to join them. Now, I'm not saying you don't have to stop, you don't have to join anybody, or you don't want to follow anybody. No, that's entirely your decision. We all get approached. I get approached multiple times from within and outside the country and all of that. Different leaders get approached. I'm sure that you also get approached. But here's the thing that you must understand is that no matter where you go to, there are basically three factors that are responsible for your growth. Number one is the company, the compensation plan of the company you go to join, whatever it is. All right, that's one. That's constant for everyone. The products, constant for everyone. The only variable is you. That's the only variable. And so if the product is constant, the compensation plan is constant, the only variable is you. If you are unable to build a team, if you're unable to build a successful business here within this community, you need to stop and ask yourself sincerely, is this about the community? Is the community delivering on its products? So you are supposed to have access to like the TraderCade, get access to the binoculars, get access to the MOONACADE community, analysts, those aspects of our ecosystem. So are the analysts delivering? Are the teachers and the coaches and instructors delivering? Do you have assets that you can purchase or projects you can put your money into if you so desire? Have they kept their promise of not collecting a dime from you to invest in your behalf, but rather to be showing you legacy projects or projects that you can make mid-term gains from? Have they been able to engage or put together startup classes so that people who are just starting can also learn the basics and the fundamentals and the rudimentaries? Have they been able to put those things in video form so that if you miss the class, you can go back and learn? When you were coming in, were you told that it's a community that will require you to learn? So you've got to give maybe 30 minutes a day or 1 hour a day to keep learning in piecemeal. Were you told? If they're meeting all of these, now, if you decide to be an independent business influencer, there's a compensation plan that says, okay, for instance, what we have right now at the time of this recording is if you are able to recommend 2 yellow packs, you would get a cumulative of a total of $2,000. Have you been able to recommend 2 yellow packs to people and you have not been paid the $2,000? So if you get 5 persons, you get $1,700 plus dollars. Have you done that and the money was not given to you? Another promise was that we get paid daily. So have you made any money and you went to withdraw your money from the back office and you could not withdraw the money is withheld? Okay, so again, another thing was that, okay, so there will be no flushing, you will not lose your rank if you rank advanced. Has any of those promises been broken? If the answer is no, and you're struggling, I think the best question should be, are there skills that I need to develop in order to build a larger organization and make more money? And I do not have those skills yet. I now need to go develop those skills. Are there trainings I need to put myself through? All right. That, I believe, in my opinion, is the best question. Another thing you need to ask yourself is if you are really in the network marketing space, it's a numbers game. It's a game of averages. All right. If you probably want to recommend 2 persons, except bet for exceptional cases, you probably would need to show your business to 20 persons. And for you to be able to have 20 persons that would say, yeah, I want to see your business, you probably would need to contact 200 persons. Yes, that's the way it works. 200 persons. That's the way it works. And so from those 200 persons, let's say 10% of them say, okay, I want to see the business. That's 20. And out of the 20 persons that see your presentation of the business and ask you questions and all of that, 2 of them decide to sign up. That's another 10%. That's 10% out of the 20. So it's more like saying 1%, I hope my calculation is correct, 1% of the total number of persons you contact will join your business. And so imagine if you then teach those 2 persons the same thing. Now some people would say, whoa, that's too much, 200 persons. So let me paint this. So you've got 2 bars of gold and you're broke. You have no money in the house, no gas, nothing in the house. And you have 2 bars of gold in the house and it's been given to you by your new employer. And your new employer says, sell those 2 bars of gold and you get paid approximately $200. I mean, $2,000. Yes, if you sell two bars of gold, no. Yeah, 2 bars of gold. If you sell 2 bars, 2 bars of gold, you get paid extra 200. So everything total, you make $500. So that means if you sell 2 yellow packs, so $500, let's say it's 250,000 naira. In Nigeria today, if you earn 250,000 naira, that's a fair game. That's a fair deal. So how would you approach selling those 2 bars of gold? Would you approach the selling of those 2 bars of gold with levity, with some lackadaisical attitude? Or would you mount those 2 bars of gold, in your backpack and hit the streets and go where people have the capacity to pay, people have the money, they have the authority to pay, and they have the need to buy the gold? Would you do that? Why don't you transport the same seriousness, logically speaking, to your independent influencer business? Why don't we do that? All right. So what am I trying to say at the end of the day is that if you have these 2 factors, these 2 constants, the product working in the light of the crypto space today, yes, working, the compensation plan competitive, the variable is you. So somebody then leaves and then says, okay, there's a better place, let's just go there. Would you go there with the same small inefficiency or maybe small level of skills to the new place and expect to thrive? Maybe you get in with the force of newness, blah, 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 but hey, you're going to slow down because fundamentally you do not have the skills. Change who you are and your results will change. It's not about the company. It's not about the products. In this case, it's not about the compensation plan. Well, even if it's about these things I've mentioned, let us keep these things aside. Ask yourself, truly and truly, how many persons have you spoken to? So the next thing that will come into your mind, hey, it's not easy to get to people. It's not easy to see people. I've spoken to everybody that I know. But are there ways that you can reach people that you do not know yet? Social media has made the world so small, so you can reach people. So if you do not know how to do that, does that mean then now that you need to find a way to acquire the skills so that you can reach people that ordinarily you are unable to reach offline? Now that's a gap. So now find the skill. So when you start to reach people and they're not converting, is it possible that you do not have good conversational skills? Do you need to develop yourself in terms of engagement? Okay, maybe you're engaging people very well. I bet you are unable to close them. So do you need to now develop the skill of closing the sale? Or do you need to develop the skill of getting another person to close the sale for you? Networking to get other people to close the sale for you through a 3-way call or maybe a 3-way chat and all of that. These are skill sets. Now, the beauty of this thing is that once you understand the skill set, you can use it anywhere. A company can employ you as a salesperson and you know these skills already, you can use them. A company can employ you as a business analyst or something because you understand the part of selling, the funneling, the pipeline building and all of that. You can use that. You can use it. You can add it to your CV. I've learned this. I know how to do this. I can use social media to accomplish this. I can do this. I can do that. Why aren't we thinking in this light? And so we just want to jump around from one place to another. As long as we are all at liberty to jump, to move from one place to another, we must fundamentally ask ourselves, am I moving with the same person? Am I moving as the same Stallone? No growth mentally, and I expect to create a different result there? No, never going to happen. So it begins with me. It begins with you. So I'm just encouraging us right now. Before you make any decision, ask yourself, am I growing here? If not, why am I not growing? Why don't I speak to my sponsor? Why don't I speak to people in the community? I want to grow. I want to learn this. Because if you leave without learning anything, when the avenue to learn is there, you're not watching the videos, you're not taking time, 30 minutes, an hour to grow yourself, you're not going to do better there. Maybe you're not going to do better. There's another thing that I've also noticed personally here in this community, and I have nothing against anybody, but I feel that I think we owe it to one another to encourage one another, to kind of give one another strength, right? I've noticed that many times when people leave and they go somewhere else and they talk to some of us and we follow them, a month or two after they leave that place to another place. Question, do you still follow them to the other place? Who are you following? Who is asking you to come? Who are you following? Well, that person, is it somebody that you would respect enough to guide you and help you to grow as a person? Because forget about the results, focus on the activity, focus on the growth path. If somebody says, well, let's go there together, the question you need to ask yourself is that, do I respect this person enough to lead me? Can this person lead me? Can this person handhold me? Can this person teach me? Can this person help me to grow? If the answer is no, you probably want to have a rethink. We've seen quite a number of cases. People move to a place and they say, hey, let's go there. The land is green here. And a month or two, 6 weeks down the line, they're moving to somewhere else. For many of them, I ask them, so why did you move to this? Why did you leave to know it? Or MOONACADE to this place in the first place? Yeah. How can they give you all the excuses? At the end of the day, the race is yours. So before you jump to follow anyone, understand this is your race. This is your journey. The financial freedom, significance, to create impact for you and your family. You want to change your result, change you first. If you're not the studying type, start studying. If you're not the applying, the type that applies, start applying. Many a times when you study and you apply, the result does not come immediately. The result comes after that period of application. Because it's like cooking. You don't taste the food while you're cooking. You don't feel the impact of the food when you're cooking. Basically, you finish cooking, right? Probably take your bath, get ready, serve the food, sit down. And when it hits your tongue, your taste bud, you're like, wow. But even at that point, it does not completely quench your hunger. You have to eat and eat and eat and eat to a point, and then your brain tells you it's okay. In some cases, you still do not feel full at that point in time. Give yourself some time, and then you feel the fullness sort of. It's like drinking water. You get the water, and it hits your board, your taste board, all right? And it goes into your throat. It quenches your thirst. But you really don't feel the satisfaction. You keep drinking and drinking and drinking, and sometimes like you stop and wait. That's when you feel it. So everything in life is a process. You can't just cut. Okay, so I just thought I should drop this for members of the community. Understand that a lot is happening. Don't be one of those that would get out when it's almost getting better. You wait through all the dark, all the tough times, and the bearish season and everything, all the metamorphoses, the changes, the improvements you may not be aware of yet now. And then at the time that it's almost happening, we're getting to the other end of the tunnel, that's when you're out. I don't know. Okay, so thank you very much for taking your time to watch this. My name is Stallone-Obaraemi Samuel. If this video made sense to you, share with our friends in the community. Help them to grow. Help them understand that growth comes from discipline and consistency, plus self-improvement. Discipline, consistency. You don't have to do too many things. Those few things you're doing, Do them consistently over an extended period of time. Be disciplined to do that. And in the process, also invest in self-development. Because you could be doing certain things, say, I'm not getting results. It's because perhaps you need some level of development to augment what you're doing already to get the result. So keep developing yourself. Keep doing the same period, the same thing, your DMO, your daily method of operation. All this farm, ATQ, follow-up, just keep doing, follow through and keep learning and growing. And you'd see what's going to happen. I tell you, I guarantee you, all right? You'll be so strong that with or without, within the community or outside the community, you'll be a changed person. So powerful. And your results will also change. My sincere desire for you is that you become a better version of yourself. Go on succeeding by becoming a better version of yourself. Bye for now.